So how did 2024 go so far for all of you? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys, boys and girls. Oh, welcome to another call of Morning Star. I'm going to keep you on mute. You may unmute yourselves if you have any questions to ask, or if you want to comment. And if you do switch on your video, or if you're going to talk, this call is live on Facebook, live on Instagram. And we're going to put it on YouTube also. So if you want to be seen on our YouTube channel, on our Instagram, on our Facebook, you're welcome to unmute yourself, talk, say anything. But just in case, you don't want to be seen, then do not switch on your video and do not talk. You may type also. I will be reading if you type on Zoom chat or you type on Instagram. Facebook, I'll not be looking at it right now. I'll look at it later. So if you want anything live, please switch on to Instagram or come to our live Zoom call. Hi everyone on Instagram and hi everyone on Zoom. So let's get started. And what would you like to change today? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys, bowads and beyonds. I'm completely blank. I had so many things that I thought I'll talk about. Right now I've completely gone blank. As I've joined, I think it's the power of now. How much ever you pre-plan, whatever you pre-plan, what if the energy of this moment is what you have to be. So so everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, boys and beyonds. Have you had patterns in your life which you hated and you dreaded and you wish they would never ever come back, and you did everything you could to make sure it didn't come back, but it still came back? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets and beyonds. It's very funny, right? You realize that pattern, you are traumatized by it, and then you don't want it to happen ever again. And you also think it'll never happen again, but it does. So have you guys got yourself into those kind of patterns which are so etched into your being that you tend to recreate them in a very different way, not in the way you expected? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets and beyonds. And how many of you think you're a failure? Still feel you're a big failure? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets and beyonds. Have you ever learned to stop judging yourself and stop judging your body? So everywhere you're not giving yourself that space to stop judging yourself, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys, poets and beyonds. Okay, so so you guys know that my Hindi is very, very pathetic. If you don't know, then it's true. I do not talk proper Hindi. I cannot write Hindi. I should not be able to read Hindi, but I can read to some. Maybe I can do a very, very bad reading of Hindi. So the reason is, I started studying Hindi from 7th standard. I have not studied Hindi from 1st standard. And that's another big story, because kind of my father kept moving country to country, and then 7th standard is when finally we were in India. And because I was not in India, my mom said, see, if you learn your mother tongue and all, you're going to die. It's too hard. Hindi is easy. That's a big lie. Whoever told you that Hindi is easy to study? I mean, if you've studied it from 1st standard, maybe, but from 7th standard, starting a new subject is not at all easy. And it's not the language that I'm used to talking or hearing. And I didn't like to watch Hindi movies also. So it was very hard. And in 7th standard, I'm starting with A, when everyone is like writing essays and all that stuff. This is where I'm starting. They are teaching me the alphabets, and they taught me the alphabets for 1 month. From the second month, I'm expected to write as much as the others. So I was given 1 month exception. The first exam, they said, okay, you can take an exception because you don't know, but it was there only then. And my Hindi was a nightmare from 7th, 8th till 12th. This nightmare continued. God only knows how I'll study and how I'll pass and what I'll do. Hindi was the only subject where I required tuition in my schooling. So everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and uncreated. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And when I wanted to do BA English literature after 12th, they said you have to study Hindi along with English. So I said, it's fine, I'll do engineering. Give me anything that doesn't have Hindi, any course where I don't have to study Hindi. And then finally, my Hindi trauma is over. So I'm like, done. I've finished studying. You know, even today, sometimes I get nightmares that I'm in school and I'm failing the test. So everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, boys, men. So I'm like, this whole thing is over, and I have finished. I finished my Hindi studying. I finished my college. Hopefully, I'm not. I don't have to go back. So you know, this is a trauma which I thought will never ever come back. Everything that brought up and led on will you destroy and uncreated, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. But what happened with my son, and the reason I put my son in the same school is I don't want him to go through all this language, not understanding language, learning a language from this class. So let him learn from first standard, and he's in the same school. But somehow it happened that he's not interested in Hindi at all. So he doesn't want to, even though he's been learning it from first standard, he doesn't want to get it. And then I changed him to French because he's like, is too hard, or I'm not interested. So I said, okay, so let me just change him to French. It's going to be easier. And he was doing well in French. And then we had to change his school again because he's like, I don't like the school. Please put me into a different school. So in the end of 6th standard, I was searching to shift him to a new school in 7th standard. And we go to the school and he liked it and they're ready to take him. The only catch is they say, we don't have French, he has to learn Hindi. And I'm like, okay, so he's been doing French and now he has to learn Hindi from 7th. And I'm like, but you did Hindi in 1st, 2nd standard. So how much of Hindi do you remember? And he's like, I don't remember it. I don't know anything in Hindi. I know nothing. So he's restarting Hindi from 7th standard. And I'm like, I cannot go through this again. So everything that brought up and then on, will you destroy it and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So I started asking questions and I was like, this is not something which I want to put my son through. That was really, really hard for me. But the good thing is, in the school, they said since he has not done Hindi, he can do first standard Hindi in 7th standard, 2nd standard Hindi in 8th standard. So he doesn't have to as suffer as much as me. He just has to know the basics. So it did work out and he's liking the school much better than the previous one. So, but in a way, it did come back. So are you holding on to some of these traumas that happened to you as a kid and never outgrown them, and see how they start remanifesting? And even though you try everything, you don't even see a possibility. Like when I put my son in the same school in the same country, I never even saw a possibility of something like this happening, but it did. So everything that brought up and let down for you will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So all the deep-rooted trauma that you've decided, all the deep-rooted trauma that you've decided has created you, that has defined you, that you may not be able to let go, that you desperately want to let go, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So all the trauma that you've used to define yourself, to tell you who you are, to make you who you are, which you don't want to go through again, which you want to let go, but you still hold on to, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And I think that was the subject where I used to fail. Maybe not fail. I used to get, pass mark is 40. I failed a couple of times. And the pass mark is like 40. So I'll get 41, 42. That's my range. Except in 12th, I got 70 in that final exam. I don't know how. I got 70 in English and 70 in Hindi, which is very, very funny because I do English really well and Hindi really, really bad. So sometimes it's not actually how much hard work you do or how much you study. I guess it's just the good luck or the bad luck, the amount of marks you get. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So would you like to have that good luck with you? Would that will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds.
Can you repeat this last clearing? Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, Bhavna here.
Hi, Bhavna. Yeah, I don't know. What did I say? What was the last clearing I did?
Something about the good
I,
luck. I missed it. I think my phone hang or something.
okay. I don't know. What did I say? What would it be like?
Something if you want to have the good luck, then it went.
Yeah, I don't remember the clearing. Probably the recording. But what would you be like? What would it be like for you to have good luck? Everything that is not allowed, that will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong,
Okay.
good, bad, odd, block, all, nine shots, boys, person. I do not remember the exact clearing.
ठीक है. Thank
That's,
you.
but sometimes it's just, and when you get that incident again, I was like, oh no, he has to do Hindi. And up till when the kids are young, you don't have to go through that much trauma, but when they start higher classes, it's a little traumatic for parents. So everything that brought up and led down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Because you have to, and it didn't bother me until my son was in fifth. I didn't really care about how he studied or what he did. Oh, I didn't switch this on, did I? Okay. I really didn't care about it much, but now it's like higher classes, and then I have to look into what he's doing, and is he studying, where is it going. So this is where I panicked when I first heard he has to do Hindi, but he was very adamant that he has to change his school, and he doesn't want to write entrance exams for any other schools. In higher classes, you're supposed to write entrance exams. So he's like, the school, they didn't want an entrance exam. So it was like, this is where I'll go. And he's like, it's okay, I will study Hindi. So I told him, you can't do that. So many years. But couple of good things is still he just has to do first standard Hindi, and he has to do only one more year, I think. After that, it should not be there. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poison, muse. And this trauma where we have some strengths, some things which we're really good at, some things which you do well, and there are some things which you have not put in that much effort, right? If someone has studied Hindi from first standard and I started seventh standard, obviously there's a gap, but still you are whatever school was so much full of competition, so you are expected to do that when you have not been given uh, you know that amount of time to get there, or maybe you just don't have the capacity for something like maths. That's not wrong, but when you're put onto this platform where you're expected to do all that, then you start automatically feeling like a failure. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. And there's definitely some things which you were not good at when you were in school, when you're in office. There are some people who do much better than you. There are some people who do much worse than you. But what are you good at? Can you focus on that? Can you tell yourself? And what you really don't get, can you work on it and make yourself better? Would you like to do that? Or would you like to still call yourself a failure? It's a choice. What if you can acknowledge what you're good at instead of always looking at yourself as a failure? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys, powads, and beyonds. Okay? Because it's not that I didn't do well, except Hindi in school and in college. In college, thank God there was no Hindi. In college, I did really well. But I never acknowledged that because my college was not a good college. So I always feel like if I had gone to a really good college, I would have not done this well. So I'm not good. And then I started doing, I got my job and I was sure I won't do well. And I completely thought I got my first job by pure luck, not because I was good, which is not true. Because as a fresher, when you get your first job, they're actually not expecting you to know each and everything. It's you who's expecting that you should know each and everything. They just want someone who has who's smart enough, who can learn. So when they assessed me, they were like, okay, you can learn, you can do this. But I thought I should know everything, and I don't know everything, so I'm not going to do well. And somehow I did not so bad in my first job. Can't say I was the best, but I wasn't bad. So and then I got another job, and I kept growing, and I've worked in some of the biggest software companies, and I've always felt that I was not good. And in my performance reviews, usually they say you're doing well, these things you can do better. They obviously have to find something which you have to do better. That's the way it is. They can't tell you everything you do is amazing. But I've always felt that I'm a failure. I've not done enough. I'm not good. So where what trauma within you are you holding that you still decide you're a failure? Everything that is will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. And everywhere you love to judge yourself for being a failure, will you destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. And when we were kids, I hated school, and I was like, when will we become adults, to stop all this learning? And that's a big lie, because when I got a job, I had to learn even more. You actually were expected to know whatever you learned in college and keep learning again and again, especially in software. You have to keep on learning. There is no end to how much you can. There's no nothing called stop your learning. That's the reason I wanted to leave it. And even now, constantly you have to keep learning. Times change, businesses change, the way you function change. uh, right now, social media, like maybe 10-15 years ago, it wasn't so prominent, and right now it is. So you have to like change with times. You have to keep learning something or the other. So what if you can make learning fun for you rather than decide that you're a failure? So everything that brought up and let down, when you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, boys, meals. And whenever something new comes, like you have to learn this or you have to do that, um the other pattern that came to haunt me is software. So I was working in software for so long, and I was like, when I quit, I'm like, I'm not going to touch the laptop, because my whole job is sitting in front of the laptop and coding, and then doing some, it's always in front of the laptop meetings, and I'm like, I'm not touching the laptop. I'm not doing anything. And at least for 2 years there's been a phase where I've not opened my laptop, where I will not open it. I won't even I'll send emails from my phone, and that's all I'll do. I'm like, I'm not touching anything else. I don't want to do anything to do with this. But right now, when you have so much resistance, that will come up again. Right now, it's not even possible to function without a laptop. Like, you need to do something or the other. Everything is online. You need to understand how to do stuff. Even though my resistance was with the laptop itself. Forget anything else of the software that you use in the laptop, but the laptop itself. And that's not contributing anymore. So what if I started saying, okay, what if I can use a laptop? What if I can have fun with it? What if this and when I have a software background, it's not that I don't know how to use a laptop or I'm bad with it. It's just that I don't like it. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, perseverance. So what deep trauma have you ingrained within you that you resisted so much that you recreate it again? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, perseverance. Even now, if it takes me a lot of time, if I have to do some work on the laptop, it doesn't take me time to do the work. It takes me time to open the laptop. I'm like, do I really have to do this? Can I give it to someone else? Can I get away without doing it? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, personals. But is that contributive to you? Is that working for you? What if you don't have to? Oh, my light has switched off. I didn't notice. Yeah, that's better. So what if if you don't have to hold on to that? What if, even if you didn't like what you did, when you try it again this month, it may be different, you may get it. And there have been some things like this that I've resisted. I've said I won't get it, I won't be able to do it. Funny part is, again, finances. I'm like, I've decided this won't work for me. And so there was once my friend told me, you have to hire a finance planner. And I was like, okay. And I did it for 1 year and I didn't understand anything. I didn't get much. I was so unpresent is the word with it, not wanting to know what they're doing, because I've decided I will not get it. And they told me to invest some money somewhere. So I remember paying around 8,000 somewhere. I went to HDFC Bank and paid 8,000. And then I've not touched it. After that, I didn't renew that. I've not touched it. I've not done anything. And sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, where did I put that money? I don't even know where it is and how to retrieve it. And, I don't even know what I've put it in. I didn't note it down. I didn't save the emails. And it's been 5-6 years or more. So I'm like, what happened to it? And this time they were like, you have to someone was saying finance planning, and I'm like, I'm not going to get that up, but it's good for me. I think it's better I hire someone. And so one of my friends said, no, you come, I will tell you what it is, you will start understanding it, it's not that hard. So I attended one of his class. It was so good. I actually understood. And then so far whatever he said, to some extent there is still a lot of work to be done, and I'm still resistant because it involves both finances and laptop, which I'm both resistant to. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, boys and beyonds. So then I started asking how much fun can I have with it. But I discovered, when he told me to open an account, I discovered that 8,000 which I'd invested, which I talked about, was actually 82,000 and not 8,000, which was so funny because I didn't even remember what I had put. And that has appreciated so much. So I actually have got a good profit. And that was so nice because I revisited. So, what if when you revisit what you've decided you cannot do with a different point of view? So, when I thought maybe I should give it a shot again, maybe I'll understand it, it turned out to your favor. So what if you can let go of these patterns of failure, or I can't do this, or this won't work for me, and just give it a shot again? Because you don't want to fail, do you? I mean, if you don't give it a shot, you don't fail, so you're in the same place. If you fail, it's really hard, and then you feel worse. So what if you are okay to fail? What if you can give it a shot? What if you're not afraid to fail, and you try things and see how they show up? And it's okay if you fail anyway. So what's the big deal? You're going to be in the same place that you are today. So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets and beyonds. What fun can you have in taking risks in life? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets and beyonds. What have you decided is so bad, failure or rejection or taking a risk, that you will not even try it? Everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets and beyonds. Okay. So any questions, guys? Did you get what I'm saying? Did it resonate with you, whatever I've said? So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, personal. Thanks, Trigna. So what if you can? Yes, Sarabjeet. Do you have a question? I cannot hear you. Okay, Sarabjeet, your hand is raised, but you're on mute. Do you want to say something? Okay, he's fixing the mic. Okay. How does it get better? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So all the deep-rooted trauma that you're holding on to, that you do not want to recreate, that you resist so much that you end up recreating it, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Adil is saying, thank you, Nithya. Your examples really resonated. Thank you. As you know, I love telling my stories. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Because you kind of contemplate. I contemplate a lot about my life. Maybe I should reduce that. So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets and beyonds. Okay. So for all of you, I do have a foundation class coming up on February 9th in Bangalore. So if you're interested to change your life completely in and out, do get in touch with me. Do not miss this class. It's the most amazing, life-changing class. You should have done access bars to be able to attend that, live in Bangalore. And I'm doing a B4 sculpting, which is not an access class. It's my own class. February 22nd in Delhi. If you really want to change everything about your body shape, size, disease, hair growth, everything will be covered in that class. It is priceless, magical. Even foundation is priceless. So if you would like a lot of change for either your whole being, your body, both, You may choose either one of these classes or even both of them. And do let me know if you would like to join. There's unearth1earth.com/b4 sculpting, which I'll type for you in the chat. If you go here, you can actually look out at the changes that people have got from these classes, with changes of your back, changes in your tummy, changes as in reducing the size, letting go of pain, and changing diseases. All that happens in just one class. So it is the most magical class ever. It's such a treat for your body. So make sure that if that sounds good to you, please do join us. It's so fun working on different bodies and changing them, and seeing even the facials that we do in the class are so amazing. We've seen deviated septum shift, we've seen dark circles under the eyes shift, and so many different things shift. So do check out our website. Yes, Sarabjit, are you going to say something? I'm waiting for you. Maybe you can type, or
Nithya, can I ask here?
yes, please ask something related to what I've said.
Yeah. Nithya, like just now you said about the root clearing just now. It is, thank you for that. It is a very awesome clearing, right? We see judgment and projection in us. Like just now you said that clearing was resonating to me. So how to have more of that to clear out our deep root. And whenever we see other people saying, oh yeah, it blame shame on us like that. So how to clear it up?
Same clearing. You have to keep using the clearing. Or you can do the foundation class, or even my shamanic class if you want to do more, but you have to run the same clearing again. Because every clearing will open up things, and your awareness will tell you what to do. Especially if something is so deep rooted, it's not like you just fix it with one question, but it'll set you definitely on the path of how you can get it sorted. So keep listening to this recording again. And you can join foundation, you can join shamanic class. Either is also will work to change stuff.
Thank
And it's so amazing that you're looking to change things. So the willingness to change things is where everything starts. So how does it give it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So would you guys like to have a different today? Your today shouldn't be something of the past. Then what is the point of today? So everywhere you're making now about the past and not letting go of that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, and beyonds. Wouldn't you like a different today? Wouldn't you see what I can create today? How better I can create from today, rather than holding on to this trauma. Happened so many, and this trauma for me was a seventh standard, it's like godzillion years ago. I still have nightmares about it, it's not that I think about it all the time, but then there's some nightmare where I'm failing in school, or someone in office is saying I've not done well, or you're doing something wrong. So it's so ingrained that you are wrong, you will fail, which is not true. What if, even if you have those nightmares, that's a nightmare, and when you're here in the present, talking to people, what if you don't have to make yourself wrong? What if you can listen to everything and then see what happens? So I've been called for a meeting in my son's school today. You guys will not believe my first reaction. I didn't believe it. They're like, you have to meet the principal today. And the first question I asked them is something wrong? And then they're like, no, we're calling all parents to meet the principal. So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, pearls, muons. How much have we been ingrained to always, look for the worst? Sarabjit, yes, do you want to talk?
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. And it's such a strange coincidence that I had a career question. It's a very similar thing that you're talking about.
How cool.
Yeah, I was just so surprised. So I've got like three new career or business options. And I mean, so I'm thinking like which one to choose. I know, I mean, I know the basics. I'm asking questions like, what would this create, or what would this be like? So any other output, and I can also try to club, one and two together. Why not? I mean, why do I have to keep it exclusive? So, and also I'm being indecisive and kind of delaying it. So any output from you?
And what exactly do you want? I mean, what are you looking for me to clear?
Like I said, I've got like three, four options, in new options in career. Because I'm actually leaving my family business, I give a great deal of time and effort in that area, but now I realize that I should not have been there in the first place. But no issues. I mean, what happened has happened. So, like, what questions to ask, or, I mean, for more clarity,
The same question you said. What will this choice create for me?
how to ask
Maybe
them
you
better.
can ask, what can I be to get all the information required to get clarity?
Okay. What can I be to get all the information required? Okay. And also how to stop indecisiveness. Like right now, just talking about how we delay things, or, how we don't choose.
It's because, are you not choosing because you're not sure what's going to happen, or you're lazy?
I'm afraid I'll miss a better option. Like, for example, I might go with option two and then realize that I should have gone with one. Mm.
The failure, doing something wrong. This whole call, maybe you should listen to all these clearings again so
Sure.
that you can
I
get it
will.
out of your head that what you choose will not work. Everywhere you've decided that what you choose will not work for you, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resigned, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, perverts, and beyond. And what if we can be courageous enough to face life? If something doesn't work, change it. But if you don't try, and that's what this whole call I was talking about, if you don't try, then how would you know? And life is not that bad. I mean, yeah, I did fail in Hindi twice, but then at some point, I finished school. So it doesn't, all these doesn't live with you forever, does it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, knock, all nine shots, boys, males. It might have been 7, it might have been 5, 6 years of traumatic experiences, but it doesn't come with you. So time is the best healer. So give it a shot.
And here I can also club two options. It's not like they are mutually exclusive. As
Yes,
Gary says, that as a human rights, you're supposed to do more than one thing.
you can do as many things as you like, as you would like, as you want to. So you don't have to choose one over the other.
Okay, so I listened to this whole call, and anything else?
I think that should work. Then you have to follow your awareness.
A lot. I was just so surprised. Like, it's not. I mean, I had this question, and you're talking about the same, almost the same exact thing.
Yeah, you should keep joining Morningstar every week. You will be surprised. You will, let go of the surprise, because that's what I do. Right, wrong, good, bad, for call, nine shots, boys. But I kind of catch the energy of what's happening, and I talk about that. And I was blank when I started. If you listen to the starting of the recording, I was blank. I was like not sure what to do. But then it's about being in the energy of now. Right, wrong, good, bad. Thank you for that feedback. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shots, boys, and beyond. So believe in yourself. Give it a shot, and if one or two things doesn't work, you're like, okay, I figured out it's not working. So what else can I do? That's the way you should
Thank you.
be.
Thank you so much. I've been wanting to join the morning thing. I mean, this morning with Nithya, but like there's something which, I mean, like uh, just some schedule thing which stops me. But I will try to be more present here. There's always been a contribution.
Thank you so much. We do have recordings on my Instagram page, on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel. So in case you do miss it live, you're welcome to listen to the recording.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Nithya, I met Fena. Fena is from Indonesia, right?
Yes, yes,
That day she told me I joined shamanism with Nithya.
yes.
She said that's awesome.
It is. It is. Thank you for that. Hi, Taranjeet. Hi, thanks for joining.
Hi.
So I think you're joining when we're about to close. So I will quickly give you a gist. You have any questions, or I'll give you a gist of what we talked about?
Please give me a gist.
Okay, so we were looking at all these deep-rooted traumas that we created, like, failing in a subject in school, and then recreating that in the now, which is not possible because I have finished school, but I've kind of recreated it because my son is going through that. So, so I was like, what have I done to recreate something? I've made it so deep rooted within me that I don't want to create it at all. And every day there's so much energy, and this should not happen again, that I made it happen again. So everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, and mans. And how because of that, constantly you feel like a failure, you feel you're wrong. And even though you've done a lot of amazing things, your default is, what did I do wrong? Or how did I create this shit again? So everything that brought up and led on will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, males. So what deep-rooted trauma have you allowed to root in yourself so much that you've recreated it, even though it seems impossible, that you've resisted it so much that you got it again, even though you're desperate not to get it again? So everything that brought up and led down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, and males. And it's so funny because I was talking about Hindi in school. I was learning very bad in Hindi, very bad, because I started learning from 7th standard. Before that, I was not in India, and I mean, it wasn't fully my fault. If they had put me from LKG in Hindi, I might have done better. I should have done better. Not normally dumb, but anyway. And then somehow I wanted to completely avoid that for my son, so I put him in. I made sure he's in the same country, in the same school. But again, in 7th standard, he's starting Hindi, so it's the most funniest story. You should listen to it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, for all nine shorts, boys, birds, and beyonds. And I wondered how this got created. It's because I didn't want that experience ever again. It's because I'm holding on to that trauma. So what if we can let go of all of those and look at today like something so different? And I was telling them I have nightmares of me failing in school or in office, or someone saying you did a bad job. So everything that brought up and led down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, and males. But what if you say today is a new day, things will work out, I will take the risks, I will make the choices because I believe in myself. And if I fail, it's okay. I mean, what's going to happen if you fail? You have infinite time. Why do you function as though you don't have enough time? So everything that brought up and led down, will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, males. If you don't do it today, you can do it tomorrow. If you don't do it tomorrow. So the key here is to keep your body so healthy and active so you can actually have infinite time. It's not about the age. It's about the age, or you don't have time when your body starts getting pain, or it becomes older, or you're like, I can't walk as much anymore like when I was 20. So when you do that with your body, that's when you lose the infinite time. But you can change that with before sculpting, with foundation classes. I do both of them. Shamanic classes, all of these classes can change everything for you. Yes, Sarabjit, what is your other question, please?
The other question is how to be more assertive.
Assertive. Why do you want to be assertive?
Because I was in a situation, I mean, I was just what I mentioned about these opportunities, and I thought that person was trying to trying to take advantage of me, and then I thought that, maybe, I mean, so he had given me some contract thing. So I had some questions. So then I thought that, if I ask it, he might not like that. So, I
Yeah,
postponed
you
it.
don't want to hurt the other person, do you?
Yes.
You have to be willing to hurt anyone. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, males. You have to be willing to honor yourself. And when you're assertive, it doesn't mean that you will hurt them. But when the judgment runs in your head, I'll hurt them if I say this. They won't like if I say that. Let me not say this, and let me take a back seat. So that's the judgment you have to let go. So what if you can honor yourself so much that you know what is true for you, and you can say that with ease? Everything that is not allowed, that will you destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, males. And be willing to be judged. People call me straightforward. Even if I've been kind to them, they're like, you're so straightforward, you're not diplomatic. I'm like, okay, thank you for the judgment. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, and beyonds. Be willing for them to say that you are an ass. Be willing for them to think that something wrong about you. So let me give you one piece of awareness. Even if you're extremely kind to them, even if you don't be assertive, they're still going to think something is wrong with you and you are a bad person. So you might as well be assertive. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys,
Yeah,
birds.
if you're diplomatic, they'll see you're diplomatic and not straightforward.
Yeah. So just tell them this is who I am, and this doesn't work for me. Let's figure out something that'll work for both of us.
And for me, it's not always about hurting the other person. It's like, I might miss that opportunity, or I might miss the receiving from that person, Also that thought.
So what? How many people are there in the world?
Hmm.
So if you miss one person, there's another person.
Okay.
There are also entities without bodies you can receive from them. There are plants, there are trees, there are animals. There is no limit to the amount of receiving. The limitation comes from the fear of, if I lose this, what will happen? Because the universe does give you infinite opportunities, infinite things, infinite time. Why do we look at it as something limited? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys, birds. Okay. And probably letting them go is better than keeping them. I don't know. I don't even know who they are, but if someone is not, when you're around that person, if you're not in the lightness of your being, maybe it's better to let things go. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys, birds, and be willing to receive the judgment. It's not that I want to receive the opportunity, the money, and the happiness this person gives. I won't receive the judgment. That is not receiving. And people will judge you, so they are giving you that like infinite all the time, so you can receive all the time. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys, birds. Okay, so that's where allowance comes in place, where we receive all the judgment that everyone has given us and is giving us and will continue to give us. So everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shots, boys, birds, meows. What you can control here is you stop judging yourself, not how others judge you. Okay,
Thanks a lot.
you're welcome. Okay, people. So we're done for today's call. I'll take one last question. Otherwise, I will close. Okay, we're cool. So do attend Foundation February 9th live in Bangalore. If you're interested, get in touch with me. Before Sculpting, extremely magical. February 22nd in Delhi. If you're interested in joining any of these classes, let me know. Or if you're interested in learning shamanism, also just message me. Okay, thank you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Nithya.
Bye.
Thank you, Nithya. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you.
Bye.
Bye.